Hello, we are enjoying life in San Diego after 50. Thank you for joining us. This is part 7 of our starting over at 50 unexpected surgery. The one thing that really annoys my family is that I don't like going to the doctors, period. Okay, there is probably other things that annoys them too, but I think this would rank really high on their list of pet peeves. For example, when I was pregnant with my daughter, I noticed pain in my jaw but ignored it for about 6 weeks. Then my doctor grew concerned because instead of gaining weight for the pregnancy, I started to lose it. I had to confess that I was having difficulty eating because the pain in my jaw had escalated to the point where I could hardly even open my jaw. Long story short, I had to remove a wisdom tooth that was growing into my jaw and hitting a nerve, making it difficult for me to move that muscle without excruciating pain. FYI, I did have the surgery, but without any Novocaine or painkillers because they could not guarantee no side effects for my unborn baby. And yes, I use that against my daughter every chance I get. But getting back to my story, in 2017, after we brought Miko home from Hawaii, I noticed some pain in my stomach. Of course, I ignored it, and it continued to worsen. There were nights when I would literally sit on the floor next to the bed, cringing in pain, because I didn't want my husband or anyone else for that matter to find out and make me go to the doctor. Weird, I know, but that's how much I don't like going to the doctor. This went on for about 6 months before it got to the point where I took off early from work because the pain was so bad that I just couldn't walk. Even then, when I got home and my husband suggested we go to the emergency room, I refused. I simply laid down and tried waiting for the pain to subside, as it had done up until now, but 2 hours later, the pain had gotten even worse. I literally shook my husband awake and demanded that we go to the ER now. My poor husband was so disoriented, but tried his best to focus. He managed to help me to the car and sped off to the ER, only to realize upon arrival that he had forgotten to put on any shoes. In spite of my pain, I managed a sarcastic, "Who does that?" and just had to laugh. He helped me into the hospital, but I was worried about all the germs on the floor that I didn't want him to walk around too much, so I just asked him to wait in the lobby area. After about 3 hours of tests and evaluations, the doctor diagnosed that I had a severely infected gallbladder that needed to be removed immediately. He was actually shocked that I even managed to go to work because he knew that I must have been in the most extreme pain based on my current condition. He just shook his head and told me that I would be admitted and he had secured a surgeon for the next day. The hospital staff was able to locate my husband, who was thankfully still waiting in the lobby, and relayed the information to him. They also allowed him to come in and see me. After he made sure I was okay, he scolded me and said, "I told you so." During this entire ordeal, I did not have my phone with me, so I wasn't able to notify my sister, let alone my kids, about what was happening. Although I'm not really sure if I would have, to be honest. Upon returning home the next day, I asked my husband, "Do you think I should tell my family about what happened?" Without hesitating, he responded, "Too late." I was puzzled and didn't understand his response. "What do you mean it's too late?" He turned to me and said that he had texted my sister through the Line app, which he downloaded to his phone and got her contact information from my phone. He introduced himself and kept her abreast of the situation. He also had texted my daughter, who he had met during the summer, and assured her not to worry. This is a man who has never met my sister, but took it upon himself to contact her because he knew how close we were and always in touch with each other. He wanted her to trust in that he would take good care of me, which he absolutely did. The first thing he did after returning home so late the night before was order a new bed because he wanted to make sure I was comfortable during my recovery. He also made my favorite Japanese noodle dish, which was a pleasant surprise because my husband does not really know how to cook, Asian food or otherwise. So yes, his actions definitely deepened my feelings for him and gave me confidence about our future together. I say this because even though early on I knew he was the one for me, I wasn't 100% sure if he felt the same about me, and he, like everyone else, is entitled to his own true feelings. In any relationship, it shouldn't only be about what you want, but what your partner wants as well. You should be able to compromise and meet somewhere in the middle where you are both comfortable. The moral of this segment: it's not enough to just say "I love you." Actions always speak louder than words. Not to mention, you should make an effort to appreciate and reciprocate kindness and considerations, because shouldn't the one you care for the most be treated the best by you and vice versa too? We will continue with our journey of making it to the relationship we enjoy today. Thank you for watching.